Hey guys, welcome back to IPINKIT. My name is Ingrid. A few days ago, I asked on my Instagram if doing a what I eat in a day during my period video would be helpful for all of you, and surprisingly, everyone said yes. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to share you everything that I eat without gluten, soy, nuts. I remove a few legumes as well as seeds because I happen to have food allergies to those. However, I feel like I've openly talked about how painful my period used to be. I've shared some story times. I used to faint, I would throw up, I had awful cramps, and everything went away when I made the transition to a plant-based lifestyle without all these food allergens. If you feel like identify with this, I really hope that every single meal that I'm going to be sharing today help you to not be as bloated and to feel better during this time. For breakfast, I'm gonna start by making a protein smoothie. I'll add a splash of oatmeal, 1 scoop of my protein powder, 1 scoop of moringa powder, and frozen banana, pitaya, and mango. I'll grab a jar and add 2 tablespoons of unsweetened coconut milk yogurt. Okay, you're probably gonna think, what is she adding? So last night I went ahead and made some overnight oats with chia seeds. I'm just gonna go ahead and add the whole mix. The last thing I love to do with this blend is add a splash of oatmeal. Then I mix it well so it's very creamy. If you were wondering what was I going to do with the protein smoothie, I usually just add it on top of my chia pudding. And if you would like, you can top that with some of your favorite fruits. Who will have thought? Right here we have 26 grams of plant protein. Good morning guys, so I'm gonna start my day with this chia pudding, overnight oats, and protein smoothie. It is one of my favorites. I also don't add sugar just because I feel like if you kind of take a look, I have a lot of hormonal acne going on, as well as I've been gluten last week and I ate sunflower oil. So right now my skin is a mess, so the less sugar, the less spices, the less sodium that I add, the better it is for me during this time. Alright, it's time to prepare lunch. I went ahead and steamed this sweet potato for 25 minutes. You can see it's very mushy, but really easy to remove the skin. All I do is smash it with a fork. It's honestly super soft. Then, let the fun part begin. I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of brown rice flour, 1/2 teaspoon of coriander powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, garlic and oregano powder to taste. If I wasn't on my period, I would be adding paprika because I love this spice. But I avoid nightshakes the first 3 days of my period because they cause me inflammation. Next, grease your pan with olive oil or any other oil that works for you. Then start shaping your patties. You'll end up with 6 to 7 patties, and you only have to cook them for 7 to 8 minutes. Now it's time to prepare some of the raw veggies. I start by cutting green onions. I also prefer to shred my carrots because I honestly think that they taste better when you shred them. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut my avocado sideways. To assemble my plate, I just go ahead and add a blend of kale and spinach. Both of these are raw. I add cooked quinoa, shredded carrots, green onions, and 2 of my patties. The last touches consist on carefully adding that avocado and sprinkling lemon pepper on top. Alright guys, so this is my lunch. Doesn't it look beautiful? I usually add dressing, but I just feel like I can't be adding too much just because I've been a little bloated with the gluten from last week. So the cleaner I eat, the easier it is for my body to digest everything. This is so good, but let me show you these sweet potato patties. They're really easy to make. You can add any spices. They're really chewy and soft. In addition to these, I also have some kombucha. Taking advantage that we're still together, let's chat a bit. So at the beginning of the video, I mentioned how I used to have like really bad cramps. So right now that I've transitioned, I usually don't have them unless I accidentally eat soy or gluten. If I eat one of my allergens, then I know that that month the period is actually going to be awful. So right now the one I'm having right now is not as bad as I was expecting, but I've actually been experiencing period cramps. So that's why I wanted to try to keep it like more organic, more healthy, less seasoning. I feel like the less is better, like more rich in those whole foods, plant-based options and no processed. You know, one thing that I still find crazy is that before my allergies were properly diagnosed, my body started to alert me on the things that weren't good for me. So I will always recommend you to listen to your body and feel like your body knows best what is good for you and what is not. It's funny how I was actually almost this close to be put on birth control just because my doctor thought that it was hormonal change and I needed to control it. But it was actually food allergies and food restrictions. So once I avoided all of those allergens and all those restrictions, then my life started to look a lot better. I was able to heal my body. I also didn't experience like all those painful periods that I used to have, like no longer fainting, no longer having to like stay for 4 days in my bed, not being able to move or do anything. So I feel like now it's like very normal. Like I even wear a cup and you only change it twice, so it feels like you're not even on your period. So it's really nice to know that you can take control on your body by knowing exactly which ingredients to put inside your body. Alright guys, so I got myself some celery juice. This is just so I can cleanse. I usually don't drink it on an empty stomach because my intention is not to lose weight. And apart from that, I also got some snacks. So dark chocolate and then some grapes and blackberries. I feel like if I wasn't on my period, I would add a little bit of maple syrup, but I'm trying to keep the sugars low. But I'll see you for the next meal. I used to love corn, but it's so toxic in the US that I avoid it. And the next best thing, I believe, is rice cakes, and I eat a lot of them. Dinner, it's gonna be super light. I'm actually gonna make it grain-free. To boiling water, I'm gonna add garlic powder and onion powder. Then I cook my pasta following the box instructions. Once cooked, I add vegan feta cheese and steamed veggies. In this case, I'll be adding broccoli and zucchini. I mix everything well and add pumpkin seeds on top. So this pasta is going to be very mushy because it's made out of cassava, but it's a really light option if you're looking for an easy to digest meal for dinner. Hey guys, so I really hope you enjoyed today's video. It was just like what I eat in a day, especially when I'm on my period. I really hope that it was very helpful. If you haven't subscribed to IPINKIT and you would love to continue watching more vegan and allergy friendly recipes, then you know what to do. Just click this red button down your screen, hit the bell once if you want to receive notifications every time I upload a video. You can also find me on TikTok, you can find me on Instagram. And I really hope that all the recipes that I share help you on your healing journey. Can't wait to see you next week with a brand new video. Bye guys!